Welcome to O-Talkin' with Dave. Here's Dave.
Hey, how we doing out there? I hope you're well. I am top shelf and living the life. I'm happy. How many people can say that? Well, let's try to make it more. How about that? So if you were to gauge your happiness on a scale of 1 to 10, let's just say normally, on any given day. Let's say any given day in the last week or so. Not the worst, not the best, just all in all, average it. Where would you be on a 1 to 10? I'm going to say I'm about an 8. That's just been good. I spent a lot of time at home. Of course, we had the holiday. I've been talking to my kids, planning stuff. Things pretty good. Work's busy. It's good. So I'm going to say 8. I don't think I've ever been at a 10 because at a 10 means, all right, you can only know where to go, but down and sustaining that's tough. So got that number? Okay. Say it out loud. All right, fantastic. So on any given time, it can change. It's a moving target. It is. But happiness is something that I think is a worthy endeavor. I really do. You may not be responsible for how you got in your current situation, but you are responsible for what happens next. That's not, we're all adults here, right? You don't need that talk. Uncle Dave's not going to come down on you. However, happiness is not a personality trait. No, it's not really, if you think about it. Really, it's not. And I'm about to say something that some of you are going to roll your eyes at. It's not tied to money or luck or someone else changing to suit you. It's not happiness. Yeah, you can have blurbs of a good mood or blurbs of this or maybe a little more security, but happiness is so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And it is a decision. I'm going to say that many times today, but happiness is a decision that you make. You decide to, and here's how. A little twist. This may be a little different than you've heard before. The reason it's a decision is because it's a decision backed by action. All right? Happiness, we decide to be happy, and here's what we're going to do about it. And that action actually builds momentum, personal momentum. And I believe in momentum. Any sports enthusiast knows the power of momentum. Oh goodness, how a ball game can change with momentum changes. Think about your day. It can start out slow and grow, and then by lunch, man, you're killing it. In the afternoon, a little bit of a lull, or totally opposite. But momentum, when you're on a roll, that's important. But momentum starts with action. Okay, so, it's pretty simple. It's just, let's just talk about, in abstract terms, what happiness is. Okay, we said it's a choice. It's not a condition, and it's not a reward. A choice. Anyone can make the choice, and then we go further. We talked about momentum. Little actions, small actions can be all it takes to get it going. All it takes to get that ball rolling. They talk about, train car. Getting it started is the toughest thing, but once it starts going, a person can push it. But small actions can get you in a better mood, can make you laugh, can make someone else join in a cause with you. Or, you make a little comment and somebody else laughs at it. Okay, well, this meeting's not quite so boring. And now you've got a side game or side incentive going on. Momentum, it's huge. Also, let's think about presence. Noticing what's good right now instead of looking for perfect later. The plan is this. Here's the master plan. I'm a planner. I like to prepare, but I really like to plan. However, sometimes in the past, I try not to make it too typical now. I have ruined the right now because I'm looking at the big plan, and this could mess that up. Instead of looking at what's right now, I'm more focused on something bigger and trying to get that right. And I miss out on the present. And I talk a lot about presence. It's something I have to work on, and I'm trying. I think I'm getting better. Yeah, I'm focusing on it. And hey, the more present I am, the more I notice good things or things to be happy about. And that gives me peace with myself. For a time being, I don't need everybody else to get it, to get me. If I think something's funny, I'm going to laugh. Maybe on the inside. As an adult, hopefully I don't lose it as much as I used to. I still do quite a bit. We were looking at pictures the other day, me and some of my family members, and just looking back at situations where the whole group, maybe a group, whether it's a church choir or a business meeting or something, and everybody's so solemn, and I got this grin on my face, and I'm thinking, and sometimes I remember what I was thinking because, the guy next to me is cracking up too, or I've just got this look on my face because I'm at peace with myself at those times. Always? Unfortunately, no, but it is a worthy endeavor. Yeah. And then you can find gratitude in anything. I don't care what it is. I believe it can be taught. I've got some coming up on how to find and hold on to things and be grateful for them. It's easier for some people than it is others, but I still think it can be taught. But gratitude, as you're in motion, as you're gaining that momentum, it's appreciation expressed for how you're living right now. Things that you have access to. Sometimes at least it's not that. Or, what would I do without this? Oh, I'm so thankful for this now. Why, I might have been complaining about this last week. I don't know, an old car, old pair of shoes, old broken down body like mine. It could be worse. And so you have that kind of gratitude. So all those things, I believe, are built into happiness. Okay? Let's talk about what happiness is not. It's not constant gratification or pleasure. That's dopamine. That's not contentment. That's a sugar rush. Which can make you happy for a second. Let's not get off topic, Dave. But it's not. That's not what it is. Constant pleasure? No. Other people's approval. That's validation, not joy or happiness. A destination, as I talked before, hey, there is no arrival to happiness. You either are that to some degree, or you're on the way to that, but you never arrive at happiness. Happiness is the ride, and so many people miss that. The ride. Enjoy the ride. That's happiness. There's so many country songs about you can't buy happiness. Yeah, but I can buy me a boat. But stuff you buy, that's satisfaction. That scratches an itch. And it feels great. But it fades. I know I had a buddy talk to me the other day. He bought a brand new car. He was walking out front because a guy was going to come up and he was going to show off his new car. The guy, as he was driving up, I don't know what happened, but he ended up, his brakes weren't working correctly. He slammed in the back of his new car. He came to see the new car. Ended up rear-ending the poor guy. So, he just bought that. But I guarantee you that happiness faded a little. Hate to laugh, Christopher, but it's hilarious. It's not my car, that's why. But see, it's not in stuff you buy. It's also, I have trouble sometimes with people faking it till they make it. I don't like that term. Have we done it? Yes. Will I golf clap at a time when it's not applause worthy? Yes, but that's not happiness. Happiness, real happiness makes space for real feelings. So you don't have to fake it. Now you can fool other people. You can't fake yourself out about happiness. Okay? I did a thing. I'm becoming almost as known for my lists comments on social media as anything. I've started doing that a few weeks ago. They're commenting on them, and it seems to be a thing. They want me to, do them for 365 days and make a book out of them. Yeah, okay, I'll do them as long as I feel like it, as long as I'm inspired or whatever, as long as it makes me happy. I did one the other day. 10 things that make me happy. And I'll just read the list. Canceled plans when you didn't want to go anyway. That can make you happy. A dog that acts like I'm his favorite person from across the room, even if it's not my dog. A perfectly ripe avocado. I'll say banana as well, but avocados, it's a tough. I'm a very picky avocado eater, so I got that window of opportunity. Oh, that makes me happy. Watching a stranger trip, not fall, not get hurt or anything, but trip and then play it cool. That makes me happy. I can watch that all day long. Oh, that first sip of coffee in the morning, and I'm a slurper. Fantastic. My kids hate it when I do that, but I do it partly because they're listening and they don't like it, and that makes me happy too. Now I think about it, it's a twofer. Peeling a sticker off in one clean piece. I don't know how many times you run into stickers now, but from time to time I do. And I give out stickers. I do all this stuff. And then the other day I was taking a sticker off of the back of my laptop because I wanted to put something else on there. And man, pulled off all in one piece. That made me happy. When the chip to dip ratio works out perfectly, both physically and in your taste. One more. Can I do? Fantastic. That makes me happy. Or I'm telling you, parking spots, you get me that parking spot next to the entrance. Maybe it's pulling out right as I'm pulling up, and so a lot of times I'll take pictures of it. I really will. I used to take pictures of it and send it to it had my wife's car. It had her license plate right there. I'm so excited I don't care. I'm not that private anyway. But that perfect parking spot. You know what else makes me happy? I travel a lot. So to be able to stop, get gas, get a snack, and use the restroom all at one stop and then hop back on. That's fantastic. I'm riding down the road with a full tank of gas, just use the bathroom, no need to stop till, the next exit probably. But anyway, got something to drink and eat and all in one stop. Now that's efficient. It makes me happy. And of course, bacon. Things that make me happy. So it's not some grand thing that you arrive at. It's not some destination. You can look for them. Things that make you happy if you look for it. So happiness is a choice. And to me and to you, that's the best news. That is the best news. In one of my books, I put happy, because I'm always trying to touch it from a different angle. But I say happiness is a positive perspective built on an accumulation of hope. Meaning, if you have enough hope, enough anticipation, enough belief, positive belief, you're going to have a positive perspective, and you're going to be happy more often in the little things. You don't have to feel like it to choose it. It happens. However, you have to look for it, and you have to want it. I want to be happy. I'm in a bad mood. All of a sudden, boom, I have prepared myself to be happy, and there it is. For a moment, for a day, for a little while. That's the way to do it. So choosing it doesn't mean you're faking it. It means you're acting in its direction. I'm going to do this. I choose to do this, and I know I can find happiness on my way or over there, wherever it is. But it's action. Action, it rewires your emotions. You don't believe it? One of the best examples I have of that is, okay, I'm going on a fitness kick. I'm going to lose some weight, but I'm also wanting to feel better. So Monday morning, I get up, I eat, I may drink water, of course have my coffee because that makes me happy. But I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to get that fat burning going. I'm going to walk for 2 miles. I can guarantee you that first half mile, I feel better. By the time I get to a mile, I'm really getting it. By the time I come back, my emotions are rewired to the point to where, man, I've got more energy than usual. I've really got things going. I am already, in my mind, I'm happy and more fit than I was 2 miles ago. So action rewires your emotions. You have willpower. You say no to something, you're going to feel better. You think, yeah, man, I did. Oh, man, I sure was craving that. But I said no, and I feel better about myself. Wow, a little bit of satisfaction, a little restraint. I didn't expect that to make me happy. Boom. So a great quote by Henry Nouwen. He said, you can't think your way into a way of living, but you can live your way into a new way of thinking. I love that because action rewires your emotions. Action makes you think differently. I think it's fantastic. So happiness is a choice. It's a fantastic thing. So there's 10 things that I've accumulated here that are doable. You can do them depending on what time. You can do them tomorrow. You can start on them tonight. You can do them at any given time. But let's just say you're listening to this early in the morning. You can do these today. You can do them today. If you want to wait till tomorrow, that's okay, but make the choice. But I want to give you 10 things you can do that will make you happier. Are you ready? Who does this? Well, I do. First of all, move your body. Move, even a little. A quick walk, a brisk walk. Walk to the mailbox. My mailbox is like 3 blocks away, 2 blocks away. And it's very short, but a brisk walk there. Okay, walk around the block. It'll boost your mood. A 10-minute walk will boost your mood for 2 hours. That's studies. Harvard, I don't like saying who because some people have negative attitudes toward certain people. So don't discount the study. 10-minute walk, boost your mood for 2 hours. You walk 10 minutes every 2 hours, hey, giddy up. But move your body. Exercise. There are chemicals that your body releases with exercise. Dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. They're all mood lifters. Mood lifters. It's not about go out and I'm not going to be happy till I get a 6-pack. Woo! It's going to be a while for Dave. I'll tell you that. It's about signaling to your brain that you're not stuck. You're not stuck. I remember a good friend, it was a co-worker, but a good friend one time was talking about negative people, saying, hey, if you want to find crooked pictures, you can find crooked pictures. You just got to look for them. I think the same way was with happiness. So you're telling your mind, hey, I'm moving, I'm active, release these chemicals, get me out there. So motion is like the ignition switch for your emotions. And if your spirits are lifted even a little bit, okay, you're going to be more happy. I'm telling you, it's a choice. So move. Second of all, call somebody or text somebody, not asking for anything or expecting anything in return. Social connection. Get this. Social connection is the number one predictor of long-term happiness. That's a 75-year study, and it's always been the same thing. I've got a no-talk coming up on relationships and their importance of relationships and how to develop, redevelop, or sustain. That's coming up because social connection is the number one predictor of long-term happiness, and you know what the other side of that is. So even a 1-minute conversation will increase that oxytocin and serotonin and get you going. Just checking in. You are on my mind. This isn't about solving problems. It's about reminding people and yourself that you're not alone. You're not alone. Do it. And I love the triggers. When something reminds you of somebody, tell them. You can text them. I had a good friend whose father passed away. He was getting on up there, and it wasn't one of those situations where it was, could happen any moment. But when you get to a certain age, it could happen any moment. But anyway, longtime friends. We've been friends for 20 something years. And instead of calling him, because I know everybody's going to call him, I just texted him. I said, "Love you, buddy. I'm thinking about you and your family." That's it. And immediately he hit me back with almost the same message. But that made me think about him. It made me think about the times. It made me think about his dad, who I'd been around several times. That was, even though the man had passed, it was a comfort to me 2,000 miles away. And I'm sure in some way that it comforted my friend. However, that was a moment of solemn happiness. It really was. And it took me doing something. Just a text. Anybody can do that. You can do it. Do it tomorrow. Or don't do it right now unless you're going to pause. Okay, another thing, make one tiny win, blow it up, make it visible. Make it visible. Clean the car. Organize a drawer. Look at your text and answer a text. I don't know. Maybe return a phone call. Goodness. Scratch your dog's belly. Do something. Just make a small task. Build it up for some psychological momentum. Create something to smile about, to think about, to question, be curious. Your brain's going to see progress in this kind of stuff, and it's going to build it. It's almost like your algorithm. It's going to kick in, and it's going to start giving you other things. I believe you can condition your mind to notice things. I really do. The purple car theory. This plays out over and over and over. And so I really think you make one tiny win or moment, and you focus on it, and that brings it to your, instead of just by the way. No, it's like, let me look at this. Again, you don't need a new life. You need a small win to prove you still have some power over your thought process and your happiness. So make one tiny win visible. Okay, that's 3. Number 4, say out loud what you're grateful for. That's why I do the gratitude posts. I'm due one. I need to do one. I will do one tomorrow. Say it out loud. You could write it down. 3 things. I've told you what my daughter and I do every Friday. We email each other with 3 good things happened this week, or 3 things we're excited about. But saying 3 things. Look around right now. My goodness. I could do it right now. I'm looking at a letter over there that I found that my granddad wrote to my grandmother. Kind of a little love letter. We found that. I'm grateful that in both of their deaths, I can see how much love that they had for each other. I'm looking over here and I'm looking at something that somebody gave me before we moved to Vegas. Just a little token. Now I'm thinking of that person. I'm thinking of the times we had. I am grateful for them and that reminder. And then I'm looking up here over the top and my kids give me these crazy things. The dogs, or they got a picture of me where I'm in this kingly outfit with the crown and all that. They gave it to me for one day for Christmas. I'm thankful my kids have a sense of humor and can hack on me and are comfortable like that. 3 things right there. I didn't even intend to do that. You can do it. Say it out loud. Yeah, okay. If you're in public, okay, say it to yourself. Go get in the car and say it out loud. It feels better. Saying it out loud gets it because you can hear it. You're saying it and you're hearing it. People who practice daily gratitude are 25% happier. And get this, they sleep better. Hello. Maybe they're 25% happier because they sleep better. Gratitude. Say it out loud. Say it with your chest. It's fantastic. All right, that's number 4. 5. Limit doom. I mean, the input, whatever's putting it on you, news, social media, endless scrolling, this mental junk food. Limit it. Cut it out if you can. It's tough. Limit it. Set a time of day. You know, I'll do this. I'll do all that for an hour in the morning. Okay, then I'll check it at lunch. Don't look at it before you go to bed. That's going to keep you from sleeping well. But limit it. That's all I'm asking. Do less tomorrow than you did today, and keep that up. That's going to help. And choose one thing to read or watch or listen to that uplifts or teaches. If you're going to do it, find something. Find a speaker that you like. Listen to an O-Talk. My goodness, if that's not time used well. So you can't plant seeds of peace and progress and happiness while watering seeds of doom and outrage and negativity. So limit it and have one thing that's positive in it. You know, follow positive people. Yeah, I love to watch the reels. I watch them all the time, especially in the restroom. But the ones of puppies and babies, and then they'll slip one in of a soldier coming home early, and now I'm on the toilet crying, and but my heart's happy. Look at that. It's fantastic. Okay, limit the negative input. Get this. 1 meal a day. You can do this. Drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water and eat one real meal. And by that, I mean a good meal is, something that you think is a good meal, not just tasty, not McDonald's 3 meals a day, but, if you can make it from scratch, that's great. If you can make a salad. I don't eat salads. I think that's the devil's workshop. I think it makes you, well, I'm not going to get into that. However, have one decent meal a day and one glass of water with it. You can do that. Okay, why am I saying that? Because you need to stay hydrated. A lot of times people are just drinking sodas or whatever. Or I drink a lot of Gatorade. I drink Diet Mountain Dew. They're not a sponsor, but they could be. Water. You may drink more water, but drink one more, because dehydration and processed food tank your mood and your energy. Google it. It's true. And then one good meal, a glass of water. Hey, I'm taking care of myself. I'm worth taking care of. That's a gimme. That's a layup. Come on. Number 7, get outside and feel something real. You get 2 birds with one stone with the walk, brisk, and get outside and do something. However, 5 minutes in the sunlight. Oh, don't hit me with melanoma. 5 minutes in the sunlight or nature, it's going to improve your mood. Studies show that as well. I know people who, if they can't get outside, I'm not as bad as some people I know, but they have to go surfing. I've got a good buddy, Sean, who loves to hike and be outside, but I mean long hikes. I call myself a hiker. I am a slacker compared to him. But that nature, it's a connection, a view. They talk about the difference in living in a house, even if you're not outside, but being able to see nature. That's something. 5 minutes. Your body's designed to respond to nature, whether it's light or wind or warmth, whatever it is, a cold, whatever. It's not just these fluorescent bulbs and screens coming at us. Open a window, step out on the porch, take a deep breath. If you're in the city, okay, well, not too deep, I guess. However, that's going to do something for you. Number 8. This is a weird one, but it works. I was piddling today in the garage. It's going to take a little more of this, but here's number 8. This will make you happier. You're going to doubt me, but let me talk you through it. Set a timer for 10 minutes. You got a timer on your phone. You know you do. Microwave, whatever. 10 minutes and clean something till that timer goes off. Do it. Chaos around you. We've talked about that. You're thinking of the area right now. Well, if you can't think of the area, it could be a drawer. It could be your silverware drawer. Put the forks and knives and spoons, all that in the right one. Okay? All right, you got 8 minutes left. Okay? Your pots and pans or dishes, stack those up correctly. But find whatever it takes for 10 minutes. Chances are you're going to go longer than that. But clutter, visual clutter equals mental clutter. Just 10 minutes of tidying up gives you back control. Boom. I did it. All right, I did it. I guarantee you, here's what you're going to do. You're going to think, next time I'm going to do that. It's contagious. And you've accomplished something. Action, you accomplished something. You may not be happy about what you're working on, but you're pretty happy about that silverware drawer. I'm telling you, it doesn't take that much. When life is messy, start with the part you can reach. Do it. Clean out the front seat of your car. Get all those candy wrappers and everything. If you can get the French fries between your seat, that'll be great. If not, when you sell the car, they'll get that out there. But just focus on your trunk. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right? A couple of more serious ones, but you can do it. All of these you can do. Number 9, forgive yourself for something. Regret kills happiness. Does. It's an exponential waste of time, but it's a happiness killer. It will creep in. It's a weed, man. It will choke out the healthy plant that is happiness in your life. So pick one thing. It can be small. And say, all right, it's done. It's done. I'm not going to drag it forward. That is done. I don't have to tell anybody. It may be a grudge you're holding against. Forgiveness is not something you do for somebody else. It's something you do for yourself. Let something go. You may have to think a minute on it, but I have a feeling you're going to try to avoid the first thing that pops in your mind. Let me think of something that's easier than that, because I kind of like holding on to that one. Well, that's probably the one you need to let go. I'm not saying you have to have a 10-step process here. This is something that you have done that you're holding on to it. Forgive yourself. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. All right. I can't undo it. So going forward, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to learn from it, but I forgive myself. Progress can't grow in soil soaked in shame. You can't do it. Let that go. Beating yourself up doesn't count. Doesn't count as cardio. Don't go outside and beat yourself up and think, I was outside. I got my heart rate up. I did all. Dave, I killed half your list just by going outside and beating myself up. Don't do that. Really, forgive yourself for one thing. That will make you happier. And then I did the one on celebration. Then celebrate. Hey, fantastic. That doesn't have me anymore. It's like dropping a weight off of you. And then lastly, say one thing you want, then take one step toward it. Okay? Happiness isn't linked to a spot. It's not linked to a position or a location. The belief that you have power over it lets you move and get out. I want to write a book. All right, let me open a Word file and get a working title. That's all I'm going to do today. A working title. What would I want to write about? All right, boom. Just write that, and then save it. Okay, if you want to write more, that's fine. I want to lose 10 pounds. All right. So what am I going to do? Well, I need to do this. I need to do that. No. I'm going to have a refillable bottle. I've got one right in there. I'm going to fill that up with water right now. Put it in the refrigerator. It's going to be cold. And then in the morning, when I go for something, I'll get that and I'll drink that water. And then I'll refill it. And I'll see how many times tomorrow I have to refill that bottle. But filling the bottle and put it in the refrigerator, that's the one thing you're going to do. I want to be more present. So when my wife comes in or somebody starts talking to me or I get a phone call and I'm doing something else, I want to be more present. So I'm going to turn away from the screen. When my wife comes in, I'm going to lock my phone and put it face down. Something like that. Whenever we said the other day when we talk to each other, let's look at each other because our voice jumps and we got dogs all around. Okay, I want to be more present. I'm going to turn my phone over, lock it, and until she's done, and I'm going to confirm she's done, boom. The one thing is the phone goes upside down. So think of that one thing you want to do. It can be small, but that one step can be small too. Do it. That's progress. And that is a step toward happiness. The distance between you and happiness is one decision. Repeat it and do it. And here's what happens. Baby steps, one at a time. But you're toward happiness. You find happiness on the way, the journey. Remember? Stats don't lie around happiness. People who believe happiness is within their control, and hopefully, sometimes more than others, I get that, but people who feel like happiness is within their control are 32% more likely to rate themselves as very happy because they know it's within my control and it's a possibility. It's not only possible, it's probable. It may not be this way right now, but chances are it's going to be that way shortly or very soon. That's fantastic. So, happiness is a choice and it is a belief. Yep, positive perspective based on an accumulation of hope. Well, I heard a wise guy say that one time. Happiest people don't have fewer problems. That's a misconception. Oh, well, they don't have, if they had my problems, my goodness. Blah, 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 blah. No, they just recover faster from the ones they do. And the reason they recover faster is because they act. They act on them. And people who set and work toward intrinsic goals, meaning growth or a connection or a purpose, whatever that is, are 3 times more satisfied than those just chasing external ones like money or status or likability, whatever that is. It's so important. It's so important. So I'm not going to go on and on. I think you get it. It's a choice. It's out there. I gave you 10 things you can do that will put you on the path to being happier. Every one of them. Not winning the lottery. However, give me that moment. And 2, don't blame someone else because you're not happy. It's a choice. You're not too old. It's not too late. You don't need permission from somebody. Your happiness won't come from the government or your boss or your spouse or your past. Some think about the good old days. Please. Or even your personality. No, happiness is, it comes when you say, I am finished blaming, waiting, or wishing for something. I'm going to go get it. That sounds southern, didn't it? I'm going to go get it. No, I'm going to act now. I'm going to find it on the way, but I can't find it on the way until I start. Happy people, they're not lucky. A lot of people think that. They're lucky. They're willing. They're not lucky, they're willing. Willing to change their story or their habits or their focus or that mentality. You got to want it. People who are sad choose to stay sad. People who are happy choose to find happiness. So you got to start small. You got to choose, make a choice, and then choose again. And then choose again. And then you find some momentum. It's like learning anything. At first, it's maybe a little awkward, but boom. Then you get your momentum. Because happiness is not a mystery. It's not a myth. You know what it feels like. You felt it before. It's not a mood. It's a direction. It's whatever direction is in, you walk toward it one step at a time. Today, let's go. Giddy up. So I want to challenge you. I've given you a list of 10 of things, and I've talked about all this. I want 3 decisions that change everything. Starting now, right now. Number 1, stop waiting. Quit waiting for permission or motivation or perfect conditions. Happiness doesn't just show up. It responds to movement. You don't need a sign. Here's your sign. Hey, stop waiting. Look for it. Go for it. You're not going to find it. It's going to find you, but you got to move. Number 2, own it. No more blame. No more blame. Well, when this happens, I'm going to do that. Or if that happens, I'm going to do that. You know, if only this, blah, blah, blah. Or blah. Please. You are not a victim of your past. You are going to write what happens going forward. Just like that book we started. Remember the title? Yeah. The only thing between you and a better life is a better choice. Today, do it. So stop waiting, own it, and then just do one thing. Right now, when I sign off, do one thing. Right now. Not later. Not when you get to it. Not Monday. I don't like starting stuff on the weekend. Blah, blah, blah. We'll do it on Monday. No. One small action. In the direction of happy. Walk. Call. Clean. Forgive. Thank. Breathe. Smile. Start. Go make faces in the mirror to make you laugh. See? Look what it did for me. Don't just agree with me. Don't just bobblehead at me. I don't need yes men. I need happy men and women. Half of my audience is women. So don't just agree. Act. Do it. You don't need a new life. You just need better rhythm. Rhythm is going to get you. And it starts with one step today. Now go. Go find it. It's out there. And keep finding it. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope this made you happy. Hit me up at, my email address is david@otalks.com, david@otalks.com. Otalks.com's got my stuff. I'm not good at selling it, but you sure can buy it. And then, hey, I'm available. Hit me up with the email or on the website. You can get in touch with me multiple ways because I want to help. I really do. I want you to be happy. I want these things to make sense. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging on. Hope you're happier now. Giddy up.